We did an interview with a publication, and when we did the interview with the publication, they had access to the first episode. In the first episode of Brad Loves Judy, we are in search of Black donors. So a question was asked around that because you saw in real time us trying to find a Black donor, and you saw the difficulties. There are difficulties. So there's a lot of facts in the world that people, I feel like, really don't know or are ignorant to. And that's that Black men make up 5% or less of the sperm donation pool. And then even with that, once you put in your genetic testing, you'll be lucky to find one, if any. I'm a carrier of 4 different things, 4. And the severity of the things that I'm a carrier of, if we chose somebody that had the same thing, our child would most likely have it.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. You see that title and thumbnail, so come on in, grab a seat, and let's get started. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you clicked on this video so you know what's going on with the Real BB Judy and the Brat. So you know they're having a baby, and you know their show just aired. So basically they were going through the donors, and the Brat made a comment saying that, you know, the only person that, you know, fit the criteria of what they were looking for looked like Jiminy Cricket. Now a lot of people felt offended. They felt some type of way about that. You could have let us know what was going on without making that, you know, derogatory comment about people. It was just in poor taste, blah, 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 blah. Now, me personally, I feel like, why is everybody sitting up here acting like they ain't never called nobody ugly? Especially when it comes to social media. You know how people, you know, have them Twitter fingers and, you know, they feel so bold behind the keyboard. Why is y'all sitting up here acting like y'all ain't never say nobody was ugly? Y'all sitting here nailing her to the cross about that little comment. Granted, I don't think it was cool. I don't think it's okay to call anybody ugly, whatever the case may be. But she said what she said, and I feel like people are dragging it. Then we have the issue of, and I say issue because in the Black community, it is an issue because those are the main people who have something to say. The issue is the child will be biracial. So I feel like our community has an issue with that because we already, you know, deal with colorism and things like that. So, you know, I feel like it triggers people. There's certain African Americans that just feel like, listen, we need to keep it pure. We don't need to be on the outside. No Chinese, no Caucasian, no nothing. Strictly Black. Now, me personally, I come from a family that has, you know, a lot of mixed stuff going on. But me, as I was growing up, I always felt like I needed to stick to, you know, my peoples. So my husband is chocolate. And I love that. I feel like in their situation it's a little different. One, because they're going through IVF. So, you know, you're able to see more information. Like the Real BB Judy said, she said she's a carrier of 4 things, and those 4 things are severe. So why would she pick someone that was also a carrier of 1, 2, 3, 4 of those things? Then it's more likely your child will be born with that, because remember, they used her egg. I feel like a lot of the times when we procreate, we don't ask the necessary questions in regards to family history, mental illness, none of that. We just see the outside, we vibe, boom, babies. Their situation is different because they're going through IVF and they're a same-sex couple. So they're able to see certain information that the regular everyday person is just not able to get access to unless you really, like, you know, want to pay for that, things like that. But I feel like we shouldn't go so hard when it comes to biracial, you know, children, because at the end of the day, it's 2023. People love who they love. And you're not taking care of that baby. You're not paying no type of daycare fees, clothing fees, buying food. You don't have no say in nothing. Me personally, if I was Judy, I wouldn't even address nothing. Think what y'all want to think. But people are allowed to give their opinion and, you know, feel how they feel. Just like I'm sitting here in front of this mic and I'm giving my opinion on something. It doesn't even matter because there's millions of opinions about this situation. I'm just giving my take. I just feel like if we had the opportunity to vet our partners that we were going to procreate with a little bit more and a little bit deeper, I feel like we would. And if we had the finances to do so, then I think we would. Now, based on the data, there's not a lot of Black men men that are donating sperm. And then I feel like you have to realize that just because a black man is donating doesn't mean that he's gonna produce viable sperm. So we have to understand that as well. They're not gonna give couples sperm that, you know, is most likely to result in a miscarriage, you know, things like that. And like I said, if I was her, I wouldn't have addressed anything. But at the same time, she does have a business, and we have to be mindful as business owners when we come on social media, when we're on TV shows and things like that. The stuff we say can actually affect our business, and people probably won't want to work with us anymore. So, you know, I do see why she had to make that video to clear it up and things like that. But a lot of people still aren't having it because they like, listen,
you about to go have a biracial baby. Don't nobody want to hear nothing you gotta say.
as long as that baby is loved and taken care of, I think that's all that matters here. A lot of people feel like they're lying. A lot of people feel like, listen, y'all wanted to have a biracial baby. Why don't y'all just be honest and let everybody know the truth? You know, I seen her going back and forth in the comments about this. It's just sad that we do this to each other. And a lot of people were even suggesting like, hey, y'all could have used a donor from one of y'all families. But considering that the Real BB Judy used her eggs, I'm sure she would not have wanted to use her family. That's a little weird for me, in my opinion. And the same goes for the brat. I'm pretty sure she didn't want to like be that close to home to where, you know, they're using family members for that. Honestly, I just feel like this is what happens when you put your family out there, you put your business out there. Like, everybody's gonna have an opinion about what's going on in your life. I think unfortunately this is just something they're gonna have to deal with if they want to continue the show and being on social media. Yeah, so comment down below, let me know how you feeling. Let's chop it up, and on your way out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.